Hey y'all, it's Okie Rider. Just making a video right here, wanting to go into some of the mods I've done. Got a fender delete with LED turn signals. I've got a crooked turn signal I've got to replace. Just couldn't get it to come out straight no matter what I did to it. But it works fine, so I'm not going to worry with it now. Got the flat seat, new grips, new levers, got the mirror holes filled with the little plugs, got a 428H heavy duty chain on there. It's a little hard to see. The gearing 1730. Aftermarket shifter. I've got the Nibby carb on. It's the 26mm carb. Pro taper handlebars. Bar end mirrors, but I've got them mounted to the bars. It's come along pretty nice. I rode it a little bit yesterday, and when it was really cold out, it was 22 degrees. And it basically was a little too cold. The bike didn't want to warm up and run good. And then I hadn't put the new chain on just yet. I was just testing the gearing, how I liked it and stuff, and then I was going to change out the chain later when I got back in. Well, the chain kind of like loosened real bad and started rubbing on the cover, so I wasn't able to get a good ride in. So I've got the cover notched. I've got the new chain on. Both new sprockets on. So it's pretty much ready to go now. I've got to get some gas in the morning, and then I'm going to go for a little ride. It's going to be 65 tomorrow, so we're gonna let her rip, tater chip. But I'm trying to think what else. Oh, do a quick update on the four-wheeler here. It currently has a start-stop button that works sometimes and sometimes don't. It's a little sticky. The thumb throttle sucks. It only opens the carb a quarter way. So there's only a quarter throttle you're getting with that. And the screws all the way backed out. The governor screws all the way backed out on the backside. It does have pretty nice grips, I'll say. That's one thing I can say about it. It's got nice grips. I've replaced the gas lines, put a filter on it, cleaned the carb. It still has a little bit of crap in it. I need to clean it one more time with some actual carb cleaner instead of just a little bit of alcohol that I had at the time. But I'm going to go ahead and put on a new start-stop, twist throttle, just a Chinese PZ 22 carb, just the Chinese ones, the cheap ones that come with the throttle with it, so I know that everything will work together. And I'm probably going to swap out these handlebars for some other ones I've got. There's nothing wrong with these, I just don't really like them that much. I've got a couple pair over here. And then right here also. So I've got several pair. I've got all sorts of extra parts. License plates for different motorcycles I've owned. But wanted to make this update video because the bike is pretty much modded out. The only thing I'm going to do now is redo the motor mounts, bolts. I'm not going to just grade 8 hardware. I'm going to do 10mm bolts And I'm not doing 3/8 bolts. I'm not putting standard bolts on a metric bike. It's not happening, Jack. Shit annoys the hell out of me. So I'm going to get some metric bolts, 10 millimeters, get that mounted. I'm putting a third mount underneath the motor. That's probably all I'm going to do to this. I've been doing a little bit of research on the 141 bore kit. I can't find any online for sale right now, so I'm not real sure how well they worked out or did or whatever, but I'm also going to be updating my shifter. As you can see, it's very close to the inside, and I found some that basically angle out here and end up here. My boy Moto Cheese has a shifter on one of his bikes that he'd mentioned, and I did some research and found some on eBay. Not the same brand, but the exact same style. I don't remember what kind of bike they're for, but they definitely flare out. When I wear my boots, I almost can't shift this bike. So it's really hard to get my toes in there to shift that because there's not much to bite onto. I do like the shifter, though. It's miles better than the old one. But yeah, I'm really liking this bike. I've owned a Magician. I've owned a 1974 CT70. I've owned a Lafon KP Mini EFI 150, the white one. But I believe I like this bike the most. The CT70 with the YX 140 engine on it was a hoot. But it was a little small to ride. It was a little small, and the suspension was very pogo-y, so it was really hard to do long distances, even though the transmission would have allowed you to really do some good runs. It was a very good motor. I kind of regret selling it on that bike. I wished I would have got a cheap eBay engine and swapped them out and kept that, because I paid nearly $700 for that engine off of Trail Buddy. It was a very nice engine, but it was kickstart only, and it was a little hard to kickstart because of the kickback. So you had to kind of like there was a ritual to it, man. You had to like set the Kickstarter to a certain angle. You had to kick it with a certain amount of force. You had to do your leg a certain way every time. You had to rev and hold the throttle a certain way with the choke on. But if you did everything perfect, that shit would start. It was kind of funny, but if you didn't have no practice at it, man, you'd be farting with it for a while. But that's what I kind of liked about it. That's why I like these carbureted motorcycles. They've kind of they're finicky, and it makes them seem like they've got like a personality or a soul. Fuel injected motorcycles, like my white bike, the KP Mini, it was an excellent bike. Excellent bike. But it did everything I ever needed it to do, but it was just, I mean, besides it was ugly, the headlight facing down like that, it made it look like it had like depression or something. This bike is just, I know it's a clone of a Grom, but it's just gorgeous. Like, it's just a beautiful bike, man. It's the best mini bike that's probably ever been built. Not this, obviously, the Grom, but this has got to be the second best. Although I'll admit the KP Mini is a better bike, almost in every way. Except it has no soul. And there's not a lot of aftermarket support for the thing. You can do like some shit, but not like you would think. But I guess I'm going to wrap this video up here. But just wanted to make that video, kind of updating what I've done to the bike. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten, but I'm sure there could be. Oh, the exhaust. We've updated the exhaust. I guess I didn't mention that. And that used to be black. I found a silver set on eBay. They're a little older. They're not quite in as good a shape. But they work. It's okay. I also put a toolkit on the back and got a toolkit off eBay. And then the toolkit holders off of Hawk 250, RPS Hawk 250. This is the second one I put on a motorcycle. I've got another video on my channel where I put this on a Magician. But yes, I really like this bike a lot. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. Okie Rider out.